Hi, this problem in Roots Magic is to find duplicate deaths, and that would be duplicate based upon the person's name and the year they died. So the first thing to do is do a report, and we got a list report, and we do a fact list, create that report, and people with more than one of this type is going to be death, include everyone, and we're going to generate that report. After this report comes up, we realize that it took this 23 pages of people that have multiple deaths, and let's save that as a text file. And I'm going to put it in my desktop with SFA cleanup, and I'll call it multiple death dates.txt. So, okay, here we have this guy here, and we're going to close this report. And it's saved. So the next thing we're going to do is let's move this guy over to the left-hand side and run my favorite Excel. Excel is now on the right-hand side, and we're going to create a new workbook. We're going to go to Data and a new query from File, and I think this is a text file. We have now found that file that we just created called multiple death dates. We're going to import it. It's connecting. It's really fast. Boy, this is great. And we're going to say, let's edit this first 200 lines that come in. Very first thing to do is let's take and use our first row, the name, date, and description. Let's move those up by using use first row's headers. The next thing I'm going to do is take, and I want null here so I can fill down, replace, here we go. Replace the values, which are blank, to null, because null, you need a null to fill stuff down. I got null, 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 and now we're going to fill down. I look at this and I want to use these record numbers for these people. So let's now split this column by a delimiter, and let's take and split at, no, we don't want a comma, it is a dash or a minus sign. And let's do it at the last one of those just in case there's some extra. The last thing I'd like to do is I'd like to take and make a column that is a person's name and the date they were born, because that's what I'm really going to key on. So if I select this and select this row too, and then we say, let's merge those two together. Here's merge those two columns. And let's put a dash in it because it allows me to. So we're going to merge these two and put a dash back in there. So now I'm going to have the person's name, dash, and the date died. Let's take and put this back into our spreadsheet, because now I'm going to put it in A1. Wonder how many people have died twice. Looks like about 644 people. But you know, instead of just having died twice, I would like to know when these are exactly a duplicate. So I'm going to say, let's create a new column using Excel, and let's say equals the count if. We're going to count if what's in this column B is the same as what's in B2. Now what that'll do is this will be exact matches. So now we're going to say, let's take and sort this count number from largest to smallest. And if I go down here, there's like 600, but a lot of these guys only have one that match. So we're going to filter out everybody who's a 1. And if I look at how many people are in here now, I'm going to look at, what do we got? It's about 450 people that have the exact same name and the exact same date. This is duplicates or multiples. Oh my gosh. Let's go see if we can find one of them and see what it looks like. We're looking at Linda Holmes. If I click here, I can select her record number. I can go to search. I can say record number, Control V. We would then double click on her, and by George, oh man, look at that. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 death dates that are exactly the same, and that's what this says over here. 6 death dates that are exactly the same. But now at least I know that there's 6 of them. Actually, she has 7, 8, 9. She has 6 of those death dates that are exactly the same, and I'm going to have to hover over and decide which of these sources I need to merge together before I can reduce the number of her death dates and clean up this file. That's what I'm looking at. And now I've done the same for births, and I've done the same for marriages. I've realized that it's more than I want to do by hand. I'm looking for either a macro or some other method to tackle this duplicate information in our Roots Magic file. Hope that helps. Actually, hope it helps you understand merging, and before we merge, how clean things ought to be. I'll get you next time. Bye.